Have you ever felt plagued by self-doubt, that nagging voice that whispers, "You're not good enough," or "You'll never achieve your dreams"? We all experience doubt from time to time. It's a natural human emotion. But the key is not to let it paralyze you. Instead, you can choose to break through that doubt barrier and decide to become your best self. Imagine Athens over 2,000 years ago. Among the bustling streets and lively debates, there was a young man named Socrates, who was far from being the legend we know today. He wasn't rich, he wasn't powerful, and frankly, people often dismissed him because of his odd looks and persistent questions. Socrates wasn't born with confidence or a clear sense of purpose. He doubted himself like anyone else. One day, his friends excitedly told him that the Oracle of Delphi had proclaimed him the wisest man in all of Athens. Instead of celebrating, Socrates was stunned. He thought, "Me? Wise? How could that be? I don't know anything." But instead of letting that doubt hold him back, Socrates decided to confront it head-on. He went to the scholars, the politicians, and the craftsmen of Athens, asking them about their wisdom. And what he found was shocking. Most people claimed to know everything, but their knowledge was shallow at best. Socrates realized his wisdom came from one thing. He admitted he didn't know everything. That humility, that willingness to learn and challenge himself, became the foundation of his greatness. What about you? What doubts have held you back recently? Maybe it's the doubt that you'll ever find a fulfilling career, or the doubt that you're worthy of love and happiness. Breaking the doubt barrier doesn't mean you need all the answers right now. It means deciding to take that first step toward becoming the best version of yourself, even when doubt whispers otherwise. Socrates teaches us that it's okay to start small as long as you start. Think about it this way. Even the most successful people started somewhere. They had doubts, they faced setbacks, but they kept moving forward, one step at a time. Take the example of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before achieving phenomenal success, she faced rejection from numerous publishers and struggled with poverty and self-doubt. But she persevered, believing in her story and her ability to share it with the world. The Stoics believed that we have the power to choose our thoughts and actions. They emphasized the importance of focusing on what we can control, which includes our mindset and our responses to challenges. When you decide to be your best self, you're essentially taking control of your inner world and setting a course towards a more fulfilling and meaningful life. So how can you break free from the shackles of doubt and step into your greatness? It starts with making a conscious decision to embrace your potential and commit to personal growth. It's about challenging your limiting beliefs, focusing on your strengths, and taking small steps towards your goals, even when doubt lingers. Here are a few things to consider. Identify your values. What principles and beliefs are most important to you? What kind of person do you want to be? Set meaningful goals. What do you want to achieve in your life? What steps can you take to move towards those goals? Challenge your inner critic. When doubt arises, acknowledge it, but don't let it control you. Challenge those negative thoughts and replace them with more positive and empowering ones. Embrace challenges. View challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. Don't let setbacks discourage you. Use them as fuel to propel you forward. Celebrate your progress. Acknowledge your achievements, no matter how small they may seem. Celebrate your wins and appreciate the journey you're on. Remember, breaking the doubt barrier is not about becoming perfect or achieving instant success. It's about making a conscious decision to embrace your potential, commit to personal growth, and take action towards your goals, even when doubt whispers otherwise. Take one small step today, whether it's writing down your goals or challenging one negative thought. Start now. As the Stoics believed, the greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. So, rise above your doubts, embrace your potential, and embark on the journey of becoming your best self. 2. Beat your inner doubts. Act like you're already the best. Have you ever felt like an imposter, even when you've achieved great things? Maybe you've landed a dream job, mastered a new skill, or received recognition for your accomplishments. But instead of feeling confident and proud, you're plagued by self-doubt, wondering if you truly deserve your success or if you'll be found out as a fraud. To overcome those inner doubts and truly step into your greatness, sometimes you need to act as if you're already the best. Before he was a household name, Muhammad Ali was just a young boxer named Cassius Clay. He wasn't the tallest, the strongest, or even the most experienced in the ring, but he had something no one else had: unshakable belief in himself. From a young age, he would boldly declare, "I am the greatest." What's fascinating is that Ali started saying this long before he actually became the world champion. People thought he was arrogant, but for Ali, it wasn't about bragging. It was about rewiring his mind to believe in his own greatness. Before every match, Ali would visualize his victory. He'd imagine himself landing every punch, moving with speed and precision, and raising his arms in triumph. His confidence wasn't just for show, it was his shield against doubt. When he faced Sonny Liston, the reigning heavyweight champion and a seemingly unbeatable opponent, Ali didn't just act confident, he became confidence itself. And guess what? He won. Have you ever noticed how your mindset can affect your performance? Think about a time when you felt confident and prepared. Did you perform better, approach challenges with more ease, and achieve greater success? Ali's story shows us that sometimes the only thing standing between you and your goals is how you see yourself. If you act like you're already the best, your mind will eventually catch up. This doesn't mean being arrogant or delusional. It's about cultivating a mindset of self-belief, focusing on your strengths, and visualizing your success. The Stoics believed that our thoughts have a powerful influence on our reality. They emphasized the importance of cultivating positive and empowering thoughts, which can lead to positive actions and outcomes. When you act as if you're already the best, you're essentially reprogramming your mind to believe in your own potential and attract success. So how can you start acting as if you're already the best? It begins with identifying your strengths and accomplishments. Remind yourself of your past successes, the challenges you've overcome, and the unique qualities that make you who you are. Here are a few things to consider. Visualize your success. Imagine yourself achieving your goals, feeling confident and capable. Affirm your strengths. Write down your strengths, talents, and accomplishments. Read them aloud daily. Embrace challenges. View challenges as opportunities to prove to yourself that you can handle them. Surround yourself with positivity. Spend time with people who believe in you and support your growth. Act with confidence. Even if you don't feel confident, act as if you do. Your mind will eventually catch up. Remember, acting as if you're already the best is not about faking it till you make it. It's about cultivating a mindset of self-belief, visualizing your success, and taking action with confidence. Start today. Act as if you're already the best version of yourself and watch your confidence and achievements soar. As the saying goes, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Choose to believe in yourself, act with confidence, and watch your dreams become reality. 3. Use Stoic philosophy to control your destiny. Focus on what you can change. Have you ever felt trapped by circumstances beyond your control? Maybe you're facing financial hardship, health issues, or a difficult family situation. It's easy to feel overwhelmed and powerless when life throws curveballs your way. But what if I told you that you have more control over your destiny than you might think? The Stoics believed that true freedom lies in focusing on what you can change, rather than dwelling on what you can't. Born into slavery in ancient Rome, Epictetus had every reason to give up on life. He had no control over where he lived, what he did, or even his physical well-being. His master once broke his leg out of cruelty. But instead of sinking into despair, Epictetus made a life-changing decision. He would focus only on what he could control. He couldn't change his status as a slave, but he could control his thoughts and actions. Epictetus began studying philosophy, finding strength in the Stoic idea that while we can't control external events, we can always control our responses to them. Over time, his inner freedom became so powerful that even his harsh circumstances couldn't break his spirit. Eventually, he gained his freedom and became one of Rome's greatest philosophers. His teachings, like, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters," still resonate today. Epictetus's life is proof that no matter how difficult your situation, focusing on what you can change can transform your destiny. Have you ever noticed how two people can react completely differently to the same situation? One person might crumble under pressure, while another remains calm and resourceful. This difference often lies in their ability to focus on what they can control. Think about a challenging situation you're facing right now. Maybe it's a stressful work project, a conflict with a loved one, or a financial setback. Instead of dwelling on the things you can't change, ask yourself, what can I control in this situation? Perhaps you can't control the actions of others, but you can control your own reactions. You can choose to respond with patience, understanding, and a focus on finding solutions. Or maybe you can't control the outcome of a project, but you can control your effort, dedication, and attention to detail. By focusing on what you can control, your thoughts, your actions, your attitude, you reclaim your power and influence your destiny. You become the captain of your own ship, navigating life's challenges with greater clarity, resilience, and inner peace. Here are a few things to consider. Identify what you can control. In any situation, ask yourself, what aspects of this are within my control? Focus your energy on those areas. Practice acceptance. Accept the things you can't change. This doesn't mean giving up, but rather acknowledging reality and focusing on what you can do. Cultivate a growth mindset. View challenges as opportunities for learning and growth. Develop coping mechanisms. Find healthy ways to manage stress and adversity, such as exercise, meditation, or spending time in nature. Focus on your values. Live in alignment with your core values, even when faced with difficult circumstances. Remember, you are not a victim of circumstance. You have the power to choose your response, to focus on what you can change, and to create a life of meaning and purpose, even in the face of adversity. Start today. Take control of your thoughts, your actions, and your attitude. Focus on what you can change and watch your destiny unfold in ways you never imagined. As the Stoics believed, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Rise above your challenges, focus on what you can control, and create a life that reflects your inner strength and resilience. 4. Turn challenges into growth opportunities. Lessons from Marcus Aurelius. Have you ever faced a setback that felt insurmountable, a challenge that made you want to give up entirely? Maybe it was a failed project, a personal loss, or a health crisis. It's easy to feel discouraged and defeated when life throws obstacles in your path. But what if those challenges were actually opportunities for growth and transformation? The Stoics believed that obstacles are not roadblocks, but rather stepping stones on the path to wisdom and resilience. As Emperor of Rome, Marcus Aurelius carried the weight of an empire on his shoulders. His reign was filled with endless challenges, wars, political betrayals, even a devastating plague. Many would have crumbled under the pressure, but Marcus saw these struggles differently. To him, every challenge was an opportunity to grow stronger. One night, while camped on the battlefield, Marcus sat in his tent, reflecting on the chaos around him. Instead of despairing, he wrote in his journal, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." He believed that obstacles weren't roadblocks, they were stepping stones. During one of Rome's toughest wars, Marcus led his troops not just with strategy, but with calm resilience. His soldiers admired him because he faced hardship with unwavering composure. Marcus teaches us that when life throws challenges your way, you can choose to see them as tools for growth, shaping you into someone stronger and wiser. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to thrive in the face of adversity? They don't just survive challenges, they use them as fuel to propel themselves forward. This resilience is often born from a mindset that views obstacles as opportunities for growth. Think about a challenging experience you faced in your own life. Maybe it was a difficult breakup, a job loss, or a personal failure. How did you respond to that challenge? Did you allow it to define you? Or did you use it as an opportunity to learn, grow, and become stronger? Take, for example, the story of Malala Yousafzai. At a young age, she was shot in the head by the Taliban for speaking out in favor of education for girls. This horrific event could have easily broken her spirit. But instead, Malala turned this tragedy into a catalyst for change. She became a global advocate for education and women's rights, inspiring millions with her courage and resilience. The Stoics believed that adversity is an inevitable part of life. They emphasized the importance of accepting what we cannot change, focusing on what we can control, and using challenges as opportunities to practice virtue and develop inner strength. When you view obstacles as stepping stones, you not only become more resilient, but you also cultivate a sense of optimism and determination that allows you to overcome adversity and achieve your goals. So how can you turn challenges into growth opportunities? It starts with shifting your perspective. Instead of viewing obstacles as roadblocks, see them as opportunities to learn, adapt, and become stronger. Here are a few things to consider. Reframe your challenges. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? Or, how can I use this challenge to grow? Focus on solutions. Instead of dwelling on the problem, focus on finding solutions and taking action. Practice gratitude. Even in difficult times, find things to be grateful for. This can help shift your perspective and cultivate a more positive mindset. Seek support. Don't be afraid to reach out to friends, family, or a therapist for support and guidance. Embrace the journey. Remember that growth and transformation often occur through challenges and setbacks. Remember, challenges are not meant to break you, they're meant to make you stronger. Embrace them as opportunities for growth, and watch yourself emerge from adversity wiser, more resilient, and more capable than ever before. Start today. The next time you face a challenge, ask yourself, how can I use this to become stronger? Embrace the obstacle as an opportunity, and watch yourself rise to the occasion. As the Stoics believed, the obstacle is the way. Turn your challenges into stepping stones, and watch yourself climb to new heights of personal growth and achievement. 5. Start building self-confidence from within. Become the best version of yourself. Have you ever felt insecure, unsure of yourself, or unworthy of love and happiness? Maybe you've compared yourself to others, focused on your flaws, or allowed negative experiences to erode your self-esteem. Building self-confidence is like constructing a strong inner foundation that supports your dreams, your relationships, and your overall well-being. It's about recognizing your worth, embracing your strengths, and believing in your ability to achieve your goals. When Eleanor Roosevelt was young, she didn't feel confident at all. She lost her parents at a young age, and her relatives often criticized her appearance. For years, she felt shy and insecure. But Eleanor didn't let those insecurities define her. As she grew older, she started volunteering, learning and speaking up for causes she believed in. Slowly but surely, she realized that her value wasn't tied to how others saw her. It was tied to how she saw herself. As First Lady of the United States, she redefined the role. She traveled the world, advocated for human rights, and delivered powerful speeches. One of her most famous quotes is, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." Eleanor's journey reminds us that confidence starts from within, and building it is a daily practice. Think about your own journey. Have you ever experienced a time when your confidence wavered? Maybe it was after a setback, a criticism, or a period of self-doubt. How did you overcome that challenge and reclaim your self-assurance? Consider the story of Serena Williams, one of the greatest tennis players of all time. Throughout her career, Serena has faced not only formidable opponents on the court, but also criticism and prejudice off the court. Yet she has consistently risen above these challenges, relying on her inner strength and self-belief to achieve extraordinary success. Serena's unwavering confidence in her abilities has not only propelled her to the top of her sport, but has also inspired millions around the world. The Stoics believed that true confidence comes not from external validation or achievements, but from living a virtuous life in accordance with nature. This involves cultivating self-awareness, self-acceptance, and a strong sense of inner purpose. When you build self-confidence from within, you become less reliant on external approval and more resilient in the face of challenges. So, how can you start building unshakable self-confidence? It begins with recognizing that your worth is inherent and not dependent on external factors. It's about embracing your strengths, accepting your imperfections, and focusing on your personal growth and development. Here are a few things to consider. Challenge negative self-talk. When you notice self-critical thoughts, challenge them and replace them with positive affirmations. Celebrate your accomplishments. Acknowledge your achievements, no matter how small they may seem. Focus on your strengths. Identify your talents and abilities and find ways to utilize them. Set realistic goals. Set achievable goals and celebrate your progress along the way. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding, especially during challenging times. Remember, building self-confidence is a journey, not a destination. It's an ongoing process of self-discovery, self-acceptance, and personal growth. Start today. Embrace your strengths, challenge your inner critic, and take small steps towards your goals. Believe in yourself and watch your confidence and attractiveness flourish. As the saying goes, confidence is not, "they will like me." Confidence is, "I'll be fine if they don't." Cultivate your inner strength, embrace your authentic self, and watch your confidence radiate outwards. 6. Be brave in facing your flaws. Turn weakness into strength. Have you ever felt ashamed or embarrassed about your flaws, those imperfections that make you feel less than perfect? Maybe you struggle with public speaking, have a fear of failure, or tend to procrastinate. It's easy to try to hide our flaws, hoping others won't notice them. But what if those very flaws could become sources of strength and resilience? The Stoics believed that true strength lies not in denying our weaknesses, but in acknowledging them and using them as opportunities for growth. As a young man, Winston Churchill struggled with a speech impediment. Public speaking terrified him, but he knew it was essential for his political career. Instead of avoiding his weakness, Churchill confronted it head-on. He practiced obsessively, spending hours writing and rehearsing his speeches. Over time, he turned his flaw into one of his greatest strengths. During World War II, his speeches inspired an entire nation to stay strong in the face of adversity. Churchill's story teaches us that facing your flaws with courage can transform them into powerful assets. Think about your own life. What flaws or weaknesses have you been trying to hide or avoid? Maybe it's a fear of rejection, a lack of confidence, or a tendency to procrastinate. Consider the example of the actor Tom Hanks. Early in his career, he was often criticized for his comedic roles, being perceived as goofy and lightweight. However, Hanks didn't let these criticisms define him. He embraced his comedic talent, honing his skills, and eventually proving his versatility as an actor by taking on dramatic roles that earned him critical acclaim and Academy Awards. The Stoics recognized that everyone has imperfections. They emphasized the importance of self-awareness, accepting our limitations, and striving for self-improvement. When you face your flaws with courage, you not only become more resilient, but you also develop a sense of authenticity and self-acceptance that is truly attractive. So how can you turn your weaknesses into strengths? It starts with acknowledging your flaws without judgment. It's about accepting them as part of who you are, while also seeking ways to improve and grow. Here are a few things to consider. Identify your flaws. What are the areas where you feel you need to improve? Challenge your negative self-talk. Don't let your inner critic define you. Challenge those negative thoughts and focus on your strengths. Seek feedback. Ask trusted friends or mentors for honest feedback on areas where you can grow. Develop strategies. Create a plan to address your weaknesses and turn them into strengths. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself throughout the process. Remember that growth takes time and effort. Remember, your flaws don't define you. They are simply opportunities for growth and self-improvement. Embrace them with courage and watch them transform into sources of strength and resilience. Start today. Identify one flaw you want to work on and create a plan to address it. Embrace the challenge and watch yourself grow stronger and more confident. As the saying goes, our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. Don't let your flaws hold you back. Face them with courage and watch them become stepping stones on your path to personal growth and success. 7. Inspire others, lead by example, and make a positive impact. Have you ever encountered someone who inspired you to be better, to dream bigger, or to make a positive difference in the world? Maybe it was a teacher, a mentor, or a community leader. True leadership isn't about wielding power or giving orders. It's about inspiring others through your actions, your values, and your unwavering commitment to making a positive impact. When Mahatma Gandhi decided to lead India's fight for independence, he didn't do it with weapons or armies. Instead, he chose a path of non-violence, simplicity, and personal discipline. Gandhi believed that true leadership came not from giving orders, but from living the principles you want others to follow. One of the most famous examples of Gandhi's leadership was the Salt March of 1930. The British had imposed heavy taxes on salt, a basic necessity. Instead of organizing a violent rebellion, Gandhi led a peaceful 240-mile march to the sea, where he symbolically made his own salt. Thousands of people joined him, inspired by his courage and unwavering belief in justice. Gandhi didn't just talk about change, he lived it. Whether it was weaving his own clothes or fasting for peace, every action he took was a lesson in leading by example. His life reminds us that inspiring others doesn't require grand speeches or flashy gestures. It starts with the quiet, consistent practice of your values. Think about the people who have inspired you in your own life. What qualities did they possess that made them so influential? Was it their charisma, their compassion, or their unwavering commitment to their values? Consider the story of Elon Musk. While he might be a controversial figure, there's no denying his ability to inspire. Musk has relentlessly pursued ambitious goals, from revolutionizing the electric car industry with Tesla to pushing the boundaries of space exploration with SpaceX. His vision, determination, and willingness to take risks have inspired countless entrepreneurs and innovators around the world. The Stoics believed that true leadership is rooted in virtue and wisdom. They emphasized the importance of living in accordance with nature, serving the greater good, and inspiring others through our actions and example. When you lead by example, you not only become more attractive to others, but you also create a ripple effect of positive change in the world. So how can you become a source of inspiration for others? It starts with living a life that reflects your values and pursuing your passions with integrity and purpose. Here are a few things to consider. Identify your values. What principles and beliefs are most important to you? Live with integrity. Act in alignment with your values, even when it's challenging. Be a role model. Demonstrate the qualities you admire in others. Empower others. Encourage and support those around you to reach their full potential. Make a positive impact. Contribute to your community and the world in meaningful ways. Remember, inspiring others is not about seeking recognition or praise. It's about living a life that reflects your values and making a positive difference in the world. Start today. Identify one way you can make a positive impact in your community or the world. Lead by example and inspire others to join you in creating a better future. As the saying goes, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Embrace your leadership potential, inspire those around you, and watch your influence and attractiveness grow. 8. Embrace failure as part of the journey. Deal with setbacks. Have you ever experienced a failure that felt crushing? A setback that made you question your abilities and your path? Maybe you failed an exam, got rejected from a job, or experienced a painful breakup. It's easy to get caught up in feelings of disappointment, shame, or even despair when things don't go as planned. But what if failure wasn't something to be feared, but rather an essential part of the journey towards growth and success? The Stoics believed that setbacks are inevitable, but they don't define us. It's how we respond to those setbacks that truly matters. Thomas Edison, one of history's greatest inventors, was no stranger to failure. In fact, his journey to creating the electric light bulb was filled with over 10,000 failed attempts. But what set Edison apart wasn't just his intelligence, it was his mindset. When a reporter asked him how it felt to fail so many times, Edison replied, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." For him, every setback was a lesson, a stepping stone toward eventual success. One of Edison's most dramatic failures happened when his factory burned down in 1914. Instead of despairing, he calmly said to his son, "Go get your mother and her friends. They'll never see a fire like this again." The next day, Edison started rebuilding. Edison's story teaches us that failure isn't the end, it's just part of the journey. Every setback is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and keep moving forward. Think about a time when you experienced a setback or failure. How did you react? Did you allow it to discourage you, or did you use it as a learning experience and a catalyst for growth? Consider the story of Stephen King, one of the most successful horror authors of all time. His first novel, Carrie, was rejected by over 30 publishers. Discouraged, King threw the manuscript in the trash. His wife retrieved it and encouraged him to keep trying. He eventually found a publisher, and Carrie became a massive success, launching his prolific writing career. The Stoics recognized that setbacks and failures are an inevitable part of life. They emphasized the importance of accepting what we cannot change, learning from our mistakes, and using those experiences to become stronger and wiser. When you embrace failure as part of the journey, you not only become more resilient, but you also develop a growth mindset that allows you to see setbacks as opportunities for learning and improvement. So how can you deal with setbacks and embrace failure as a stepping stone to success? It starts with shifting your perspective. Instead of viewing failure as a sign of weakness or inadequacy, see it as a valuable learning experience and a chance to grow. Here are a few things to consider. Reframe your failures. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? Or, how can I use this setback to improve? Practice self-compassion. Don't beat yourself up over mistakes. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Focus on the future. Don't dwell on the past. Focus on what you can do now to move forward. Seek support. Talk to trusted friends, mentors, or a therapist about your experiences. Celebrate your resilience. Acknowledge your ability to bounce back from setbacks and keep moving forward. Remember, failure is not the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone towards it. Embrace your setbacks, learn from your mistakes, and watch yourself grow stronger and wiser with every challenge you overcome. Start today. The next time you face a setback, don't let it discourage you. Embrace it as a learning opportunity and use it to fuel your growth and resilience. As the saying goes, success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Embrace the journey, learn from your experiences, and keep moving forward with courage and determination. 9. Make excellence a daily habit. Start making it a part of your life. Have you ever been amazed by someone's dedication to their craft, their unwavering commitment to producing high-quality work, even in the smallest details? Maybe it's a musician who spends hours practicing their instrument, a chef who meticulously prepares each dish, or a writer who painstakingly revises every sentence. This dedication to excellence isn't about achieving perfection. It's about striving for continuous improvement and making quality a habit in every aspect of your life. The ancient philosopher Aristotle famously said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. This idea was echoed centuries later by Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple. Jobs wasn't just obsessed with making great products. He was obsessed with the details, whether it was the design of the first Macintosh or the way an iPhone felt in your hand. Jobs believed that excellence wasn't about one big moment. It was about the hundreds of small, deliberate choices you make every single day. For example, while designing the Macintosh, Jobs insisted that the inside of the computer be just as beautiful as the outside, even though most people would never see it. His team pushed back, saying it was unnecessary, but Jobs replied, "For you to sleep well at night, the aesthetic, the quality, has to be carried all the way through." Jobs' commitment to excellence didn't just create groundbreaking technology. It inspired a generation of creators to aim higher. His life reminds us that excellence isn't about perfection. It's about showing up every day and doing your best, even in the smallest details. Think about your own daily routines and habits. Do you strive for excellence in everything you do, or do you sometimes settle for good enough? Maybe it's in the way you approach your work, your relationships, or even your personal care. Consider the example of the cellist Yo-Yo Ma. Renowned for his virtuosity and artistry, Ma is known for his meticulous practice routine and his dedication to perfecting every nuance of his performance. He believes that excellence is not a destination, but a continuous journey of refinement and self-improvement. The Stoics believed that excellence is not an innate quality, but a habit that can be cultivated through consistent effort and dedication. They emphasized the importance of striving for virtue in all aspects of life, from our personal conduct to our interactions with others. When you make excellence a daily habit, you not only improve your skills and achieve greater success, but you also cultivate a sense of self-discipline, self-respect, and inner strength that radiates outwards. So how can you make excellence a habit in your own life? It starts with setting high standards for yourself and committing to continuous improvement. It's about paying attention to the details, seeking feedback, and never settling for good enough. Here are a few things to consider. Identify your areas for improvement. What skills or habits do you want to develop or refine? Set clear goals. Define specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, SMART goals for yourself. Practice consistently. Dedicate time each day to practicing and refining your skills. Seek feedback. Ask for constructive criticism from trusted mentors or peers. Celebrate your progress. Acknowledge your achievements and milestones along the way. Remember, excellence is not about achieving perfection. It's about striving for continuous improvement and making quality a habit in every aspect of your life. Start today. Choose one area of your life where you want to cultivate excellence. Set a goal, create a plan, and commit to consistent practice. Embrace the journey of self-improvement and watch your skills, confidence, and overall attractiveness flourish. As the saying goes, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Make excellence your habit and watch yourself transform into the best version of yourself. 10. Embrace your authentic self. Let your true colors shine. Have you ever felt pressured to be someone you're not, to conform to expectations, or to hide your true personality to fit in? Maybe you've suppressed your quirks, your passions, or your unique perspective to avoid judgment or rejection. But what if the most attractive version of yourself is the one that's truly authentic? Embracing your authentic self is about shedding the masks, letting go of pretenses, and allowing your true colors to shine through. Imagine a chameleon blending seamlessly into its surroundings, constantly changing its appearance to match its environment. While this adaptability might seem advantageous, it also means losing sight of its own true colors, its unique identity hidden beneath a constantly shifting facade. Similarly, when you suppress your authentic self, you're essentially camouflaging your true essence, hiding your unique qualities and perspectives from the world. This not only prevents others from seeing the real you, but it also hinders your own personal growth and fulfillment. Think about the people you admire most. Are they the ones who conform to societal expectations or try to fit into a mold? Or are they the ones who embrace their individuality, express their unique perspectives, and live a life that reflects their true passions and values? Consider the example of Lady Gaga, a pop icon known for her bold self-expression and fearless embrace of her individuality. She has challenged societal norms, defied expectations, and inspired millions to embrace their own unique identities. Her authenticity and unwavering self-belief have not only fueled her artistic success, but have also made her a powerful advocate for self-acceptance and individuality. The Stoics believed in the importance of living in accordance with nature, which includes being true to our own inner compass and values. They emphasized the value of authenticity, self-awareness, and living a life that reflects our true selves. When you embrace your authentic self, you not only become more attractive to others, but you also cultivate a deep sense of self-acceptance and inner peace. So how can you embrace your authenticity and let your true colors shine? It starts with recognizing that your uniqueness is your greatest asset. It's about accepting your strengths and weaknesses, expressing your true thoughts and feelings, and living in alignment with your values. Here are a few things to consider. Identify your values. What principles and beliefs are most important to you? Express yourself authentically. Don't be afraid to share your thoughts, feelings, and opinions, even if they differ from the norm. Embrace your imperfections. Recognize that everyone has flaws and imperfections. Embrace your unique quirks and imperfections as part of what makes you special. Be honest with yourself and others. Strive for honesty and transparency in your interactions with others. Live in alignment with your values. Make choices that reflect your authentic self and your core beliefs. Remember, authenticity is magnetic. When you're true to yourself, you radiate an inner beauty and confidence that attracts others and deepens your connections. Start today. Embrace your individuality, express your true self, and make choices that align with your values. Let your authentic colors shine, and watch your attractiveness and inner peace blossom. As Oscar Wilde wisely said, "Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken." Embrace your authenticity, let your true self shine, and watch your attractiveness and inner peace blossom. And there you have it, my friends. 10 powerful Stoic strategies to help you act as if you are the best and unlock your full potential. Remember, this isn't about arrogance or pretending to be something you're not. It's about cultivating a mindset of self-belief, embracing challenges, and striving for excellence in all that you do. Imagine yourself radiating confidence, resilience, and a genuine desire to make a positive impact. People will be drawn to your strength, your authenticity, and your unwavering commitment to personal growth. So, embrace these Stoic principles, practice them consistently, and watch yourself transform into the best version of yourself. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these points resonated with you the most? What steps are you going to take to act as if you are the best and unlock your full potential? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Stoic Saga for more videos on Stoicism, self-improvement, and personal growth. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.